What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, as you can probably tell already, I'm renovating an apartment in San Myshuno, and this is one of the Culpeper apartments. This is 20 Culpeper House, one of the Culpeper apartments in the Spice District. Is that what it's called? I think it's called the Spice District. It's where the flea market is at. It's that more like family-friendly little neighborhood in the city, and that's definitely my favorite area of San Myshuno. I don't know, I really love that little area, mainly probably because it is so family-friendly and it's so cutesy, and the Culpeper apartments are my favorite apartments in San Myshuno. I think I have renovated all of these apartments, like all of the Culpeper apartments. I've renovated them like at least like 3 times or something. I don't know. I mean, 3 times may not sound like a lot, but I don't know. I still feel like I've renovated the Culpeper apartments a lot of times. So yeah, I'm back for more, and I am renovating 20 Culpeper House. This is one of the bigger Culpeper apartments. It's quite spacious. So I decided to go ahead and furnish this one for quite a large family. I included 4 bedrooms. No, that's not true. Yes, actually it is true. I included 4 bedrooms total. I last minute, well, not actually last minute, but I decided to go for a 4th bedroom in this house. And that's because I went for a larger family, like I said, and I really tried to furnish this one for a blended family is what I had in mind. So overall, the apartment is quite modern. It's on the more, I was gonna say luxurious side. That's not true, but it does feel like nice and modern and spacious, but that's mainly also because of the wall height in this apartment. I don't necessarily always really like the medium or tall wall heights, but I don't know, for this apartment, for some reason, I just kind of like it and it works too. However, the window situation for this apartment is actually quite difficult. So for the floor plan, I was struggling with that a little bit, but I figured it out quite fast. I also didn't record all of that. So yeah, it came together quite nicely. But as you can see, the floor plan, when you walk through the front door, you have that very spacious hallway. And I included laundry in that hallway. I really like how the hallway turned out for some reason, which is very random because it is just a hallway. It's not that like interesting, I don't think, but for some reason, because it is so spacious, I had the space for like laundry and stuff in there. And I just really like how the hallway turned out. And you can see that I am also now getting started with the kitchen. And I'm using more like dream home decorator items in this build. I'm using all like dream home decorator items for the kitchen, but then for the living area as well. So in that sense, this apartment does feel on the more modern side, like more like recently renovated, but not too luxurious, if you will. And that's really what I was going for. So for the family, like for the storyline for this apartment, like I already said, I was trying to go for a blended family. So what I was thinking for this family is we have 2 parents, 2 adults, 2 moms, if you will, and they have been dating for a few years now. One of the moms is a writer. She is a full-time writer. She writes like fantasy books is what I was thinking. So like young adult fantasy, like that sort of thing is what she writes. So she's a full-time writer and pretty successful at that, I was thinking. And then the other mom, she is a personal trainer, also freelance, but I was thinking that she does work for a gym and she is a personal trainer, and she also does like, she writes like health programs, food programs, stuff like that for her clients. So she is more of like a health coach rather than just a personal trainer is what I was thinking. But she doesn't work from home as much. The mom who's a writer, she definitely works from home full time. So you will see that in their bedroom. Their bedroom is quite spacious, and I included a full on like office in there for her to work. So the writer, she works from home, and then the personal trainer, she doesn't work from home as much. So I was thinking of her as a personal trainer and health coach, but that doesn't really reflect, like you can't really see that in this apartment because she doesn't work from home, obviously. So that's just kind of what I had in mind for her, but you can't really tell by the apartment, if that makes sense. But then they also have children. So I was thinking the writer mom, she has a teenage son, and she had the son by herself. So she probably, like, maybe she adopted the son, or maybe she did something else. I'm not quite sure, but they have been together, just the two of them, ever since the little boy was born, basically. And they have been living just the two of them for years now. And so the boy, he is not so thrilled about this whole like moving in with his mom's girlfriend and her family and stuff like that, because he's not used to that at all. So the writer mom, she just had a teenage boy, and then that's that. And then I was thinking the other mom, the personal trainer mom, she has two kids. She has a teenage girl. They are about the same age, the boy and the girl. They are the same age pretty much, both probably like sophomores in high school, I would say. And then she also has a younger son, a kid in The Sims, if you will. So the teenage girl, she has a little brother. And the mom, she had those kids from a previous marriage is what I was thinking. So she got divorced probably a long time ago already, when the girl was still little, and probably when the little boy was just a toddler. So she got divorced a long time ago. And now the two families have moved in together, and the two moms, they also recently adopted a new baby. So I hope this all makes sense. It's a lot. There's like a lot going on in this family, but they recently adopted a baby, and the baby is only like a few weeks old. And so they needed to improvise for another bedroom, because obviously we have a master bedroom in this house with a nice ensuite, stuff like that. Then we have two smaller bedrooms for the kids, but then they needed another bedroom for the adopted baby, like for their newborn. So they decided to turn the office space off of the living area. You can see that the living area has a little door that leads into a small office space, or what's supposed to be an office space. It has like a nice storage like closet in there as well, and also a door that leads into a bathroom, but that's supposed to be more of like a whole bathroom for everyone to use, close to the living area, if you will. But they obviously needed to turn that little office area into a nursery. So that's what they did, which obviously the boy and the girl, the teenagers, they're not too thrilled about that, because for one, the teenage boy, he now has to share his bedroom with this other little boy, the other mom's son, if you will. He has to share a bedroom now, which he's not used to that at all. He's just used to living with his mom, like just the two of them, peace and quiet, his own bedroom, no big deal. No one else in the house, and now all of a sudden he's living with all these people, and he has like 3 siblings, if you will, all of a sudden, which he is not too thrilled about that, because I was thinking that the teenage boy, he likes to be by himself. He is a bit more on the quote unquote nerdy side of things, in the positive sense of the word. He is into Star Wars, he is into space, stuff like that. I kind of reflected that in his bedroom. And then the girl, the teenage girl, she is a very popular girl in school. I was thinking she is very much into makeup, she is very much into hair and beauty and fashion, stuff like that. So they are kind of opposites, which obviously leads to fights, because they're both not too thrilled about having to share a house with all these people. Like, they're not used to that, and they are not taking it well, I was thinking. So obviously there is going to be like some fights and stuff between the siblings, if you will. And I was also thinking they have to share like a bathroom, the 3 of them. The 3 kids, they have to share the whole bathroom basically, because the parents have an ensuite, and then the baby has an ensuite as well. So that's kind of nice for the baby, but that's just because that's what the layout of the apartment is like, so they didn't really have a choice. But yeah, the three kids, they basically have to share that one hall bathroom, and I was kind of thinking how funny it would be. Like, that would definitely lead to fights, because the teenage girl, she likes to take her time in the bathroom. She likes to take long showers. She likes to like dry her hair, do her makeup and stuff in the bathroom, even though she can also do that in her bedroom, obviously, but she likes to just take her time in the bathroom, while the teenage boy also has to use the bathroom to just like brush his teeth and stuff like that. But she will be just in there for hours with the door locked and stuff. And I was just kind of thinking, I was playing out this whole like situation in my mind where especially the two teenagers will get into fights very, very frequently. But that's also because they haven't been in this living situation for too long, so they still have to get used to it. And now all of a sudden they also have this newborn sibling that they kind of share, basically, if that makes sense. So that to them is also very new, and they're very angry about the fact that the baby has this bedroom with an ensuite and a nice large walk-in closet, even though that closet obviously is not just for the baby. That's just main like general storage space for the rest of the family as well. But yeah, I was kind of imagining that the teenagers would be kind of upset about that. Like, why do they have to share that one bathroom while the baby gets an ensuite? Like, to them, that is just not fair. So that sort of thing, like, they are just, I don't know, they're having quite a difficult time adjusting through this whole like new living situation. To them, that is a little bit on the difficult side. So for the parents, obviously, that's also quite difficult to handle that. That's a lot to handle. And they also have like this newborn baby, so it's a lot. So this family at this point is quite chaotic. However, they obviously love each other, or at least they're growing to love each other, because I was also thinking that at some point, like in the future, the two teenagers will actually become very good friends. They will get along a lot better over time, and they will learn to love each other and, I don't know, just be a family, if you will. So at some point, obviously, everything will be fine. But I was just kind of thinking that, especially in the beginning, they really have a difficult time adjusting to this whole situation. And it's going to lead to like struggles and fights and whatnot. And I was just kind of thinking that that would be fun. But then on the other hand, the teenage boy and the little boy, they are not siblings. Well, they are now, but they don't have the same parents, obviously. But they, for some reason, do get along very well. So they have to share a bedroom too, which at first the teenage boy obviously isn't too thrilled about, because he doesn't want to share a bedroom. He doesn't want to. He's not used to that. He wants his own space, but they don't really have a choice. So he has to share this bedroom, or his bedroom, with this boy, this little boy. All of a sudden, this like 9-year-old boy. But yeah, they do actually get along because they kind of share the same interests. The little boy is also a little bit nerdy. He is very much into vehicles. I was really trying to reflect that in his bedroom. So you'll see that he has like a lot of miniature cars and trains and stuff, and he is very much into vehicles and probably also into planes and aircraft, stuff like that. So that is kind of like the common interest that the boys share and will bond over. And they're kind of like, they have the same personalities in a way. Like, they're both kind of nerdy, once again, in a positive sense. But yeah, they're both kind of nerdy. They're both kind of into Star Wars. Or I was thinking that the little boy, he had never heard of Star Wars before, but then the teenage boy told him all about it and showed him the movies and maybe some like video games and whatnot. And now the little boy is also very much into Star Wars. So they do get along actually very, very well. So they will become friends a little bit faster than the teenage boy and girl will, but they eventually will become friends and everything will be fine. But yeah, that is just kind of the little storyline that I was going for. I hope that this story makes sense and that you could follow along. But I had a lot of fun thinking about this family and yeah, just furnishing this apartment. But I totally talked over a lot of the rooms that I furnished, but you could see that for the parents' bedroom, I made this nice office area with a lot of books, and I love how that turned out. I think that turned out so pretty. I love that office space. I think if that is my favorite area of this apartment. I think it turned out so nice. It's so pretty. It's a little bit on the boho side, if you will. There's a lot of plants in there. I just really love how the master bedroom turned out. I think it's just really, really pretty. And then right now you can see that I am furnishing the teenage girl's bedroom. She is lucky in the sense that she doesn't have to share a bedroom, so she still has her own bedroom, which obviously the teenage boy is also kind of butthurt about because he wants his own bedroom too. Why does she get to have her own bedroom? So he doesn't like that. He is not too happy about that. But yeah, she's just kind of lucky in the sense that she is a girl and she gets her own bedroom. So yeah, she's quite lucky. But for the color scheme in here, you can see that I was going for a more colorful approach. I used this purpley wallpaper and I combined it with lots of greens. I really love this green swatch of the bedding that I used. It goes so nicely with the wallpaper, in my opinion at least. And so I gave her a little desk with some bookcases and also a vanity because she is very much into makeup and hair and beauty and whatnot. So yeah, I gave her this little vanity. Obviously it's not functional, but I love using this little end table desk sort of thing from Dream Home Decorator. I love using that as a vanity. I just, for some reason, think it looks so cute. It looks like something you could buy at IKEA, and that's definitely the whole vibe that I was trying to go for because these two moms, they did have to furnish this very large apartment all of a sudden because I was imagining that they were both living in smaller apartments. They're both from the city, like they met in the city and they lived in the city before already, but they were just both living in smaller apartments with their families. And now all of a sudden they moved into this very large apartment. So they had to furnish a lot of rooms. Obviously they did have their own furniture from their old apartments that they had to like kind of combine and make work together. But then again, there's just a lot of space left over. So I did imagine that they had to buy a lot of new furniture, or not necessarily new, probably also secondhand, but they probably also like went to IKEA or something for some furniture pieces for the kids, like some desks and whatnot. So yeah, I was going for that whole IKEA-ish vibe throughout the apartment, but not too much. And then I was also thinking that this apartment was renovated not too long ago, so they got a nice new kitchen. They got nice new bathrooms. I think I only furnished one bathroom on camera, which is going to be the shared hall bathroom for the kids. That one I actually furnished on camera and the other two I didn't, but I will show you obviously in the tour. At the end of this speed build, we will jump right into the game and then I will show you the apartment in real time. And I'll show you the other bathrooms, obviously, but you can see that the bathrooms are quite modern and they look a little bit more renovated and nice. So yeah, even though the apartment is probably quite old, it was renovated not too long ago. So that is very nice. But yeah, here you can see that I am actually furnishing the shared bedroom for the boys. And I was struggling with a layout for this one for the longest time, because I really, really wanted to make sure that they both have their own little separate spaces, if you will. It's not literally closed off, but you can see that I kind of try to separate the two parts of the bedroom by placing these end tables in the middle to kind of section off their areas, if you will. And I think that that makes sense because I was really thinking that when the boys first moved in here, they didn't know each other all that well. And I feel like the teenage boy, he would definitely be like demanding kind of his own space, and he was fine with sharing a bedroom if he didn't have another choice, but he did want to have his own like little area and just a little bit of privacy, if you will. So yeah, they really tried to furnish the room in that way so that the boys could both have their own little areas in the room, if you will. And I think it works out nicely. And then I tried to clutter this room up, obviously, with some items that would reflect their personalities. And I also wanted to include a couple of toys, obviously, because the boy is just a kid, or like the youngest boy, he is just a kid. So he does need some toys for gameplay purposes. So I tried to include a toy box and a Blarfy. And then I think that's actually it. So not too many toys, but maybe you could always add more if you wanted to somehow Yeah, I really cluttered up this little dresser. Well, it's not a dresser, it's just two end tables merged together. But I really tried to clutter it up with some items that would reflect their personalities. So I did use some clutter from Journey to Batuu in here. I barely ever touch that pack. I like a lot of the items from that pack actually, but I always steer away from it because I know that a lot of people don't have Journey to Batuu. So I try to not include it in my builds. But for this storyline, I really wanted to include a couple of clutter items from that pack because I was thinking that the teenage boy, he is very much into Star Wars and that sort of thing. So I really wanted to use a couple of the miniature like items, like the Star Wars items from that pack. So that's what I did. But yeah, if you don't have that pack, don't worry about it. It's just going to be a couple of clutter items that you'll be missing, but you can obviously replace them with something else. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then at the end, as the last room, I actually decorated the little nursery. The nursery is quite spacious actually, because this is like supposed to be a closed off office space and not so much a bedroom. But yeah, I turned it into a bedroom. You can see that this baby has a very large closet, like a walk-in closet. But like I already explained, I was thinking of that closet more as general storage space for the whole family. But yeah, they turned this this extra space into a bedroom, and I just made a little changing table out of an ottoman and a couple of dressers, and I think it turned out so cute. But yeah, the nursery is a little bit on the empty side because a baby doesn't need that many items. But yeah, once the baby turns into a toddler, you can easily turn this bedroom into a toddler's bedroom and yeah, just include some toys and whatnot. And I think that this nursery turned out so cute. I used a little crib from Realm of Magic, and that is just my favorite crib from the game. We don't have that many cribs to pick from, but I love how that one looks. I think it's so cute. Oh, actually, I also furnished, obviously, this bathroom on camera. So this bathroom is actually quite spacious. I love how the laundry is right outside from this bathroom. I feel like that is so realistic, like to have all the plumbing close together in that sense. So I really like how the floor plan turned out for this whole apartment actually. But I really like this bathroom too. I cluttered it up because I was thinking that 3 kids were sharing this bathroom, or like 2 teenagers and 1 kid. So it would probably be a little bit more on the messy side. So yeah, I used some clutter items and I placed some hampers, obviously, because I did include laundry for this apartment. So you would definitely need a couple of hampers. But yeah, there is a tub and a shower, so that is actually pretty nice. But yeah, that is pretty much already going to be it for this build. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the apartment in real time. So here we have the apartment in real time. Please don't mind my Sims outfit. I have no clue what this is, but it's okay. It's just a random Sim that I grabbed, so it's fine. But right here we have the front door, and that leads us into this spacious hallway. I'll give you a quick overview of the floor plan so you can get a better look, but I love how this floor plan turned out, even though I was struggling with it quite a bit. So we have this spacious hallway where I placed this dresser, which I was imagining was full of stuff from all the kids, and it's just kind of messy probably, but we have a nice area to hang your coat and place your shoes and tie your shoes and whatnot. And then we have these bookcases here as well. And then around the corner, we have the laundry. For some reason, I just love this area. I don't know why, but to me, it feels quite realistic. But yeah, over here through this archway, we have the kitchen. I use old Dream Home Decorator counters and cabinets, as you can see, and the kitchen is nice and spacious. It has a lot of storage space, which is nice. We have a microwave, a fridge. I also made sure to include a coffee maker. Then over here, I actually included a dishwasher for this one as well, which I don't do all that often. And then we have a couple of bar counters here as well for some extra seating. And I also included this bulletin board from Parenthood for that family gameplay aspect for curfews and stuff. I thought for a family like this, that would be a lot of fun. Then across from the kitchen, we have the archway that leads into the living and dining area. So I just think that this turned out so cozy. I use a lot of Dream Home Decorator once again, but I was going for that whole like modern IKEA-ish vibe, so it only made sense. So I placed this sectional couch here and I put a TV here. I also made sure to include a little gaming console and a couple of chairs, obviously. And then back here we have the dining table. I think that this looks very cozy. And then through here, this is supposed to be an office, but they turned it into a nursery because they needed an extra bedroom. So yeah, yeah, over here we have the nursery. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's not a whole lot of stuff in here, but off of the nursery, we have this full bathroom, which is quite nice. And it does have a shower tub combo. So once the baby turns into a toddler, they can actually bathe the toddler in here. Then through this door in the corner here, we have the master bedroom. And this is definitely my favorite room of this apartment. I think it turned out so nice. I love the color scheme in here, and I love this office space. Wouldn't it be so nice to sit here and write and work on your books? And we have this very tall, like, corner bookcase, if you will, and I just think that that is so beautiful. And we have this gorgeous hanging plant. I don't know, I would love to have an office like this. This is like my dream setup right here. It's just so peaceful. And then the moms do have an ensuite through here, so it's just a small bathroom. This one only has a shower, but it is very nice. Then over here we have the kids' bedrooms. So this is the teen girl's bedroom. She has a nice double bed all to herself, which she's very lucky in that sense. She has her little desk set up right here with a lot of posters and magazines and whatnot, and just a whole bunch of stuff. And then over here she has her vanity. It's a little bit messy, which I really liked, so that is very cute. And then she has a walk-in closet, which is also nice, and a hamper, obviously. Then the boys, they have to share a bedroom, unfortunately, but I do really like how this turned out. It definitely feels like a kids/teens bedroom to me. It has a lot of posters that don't necessarily go together, a lot of clutter items over here on the end table, as you can see. I did want to make sure to include at least a little desk for the teenage boy so that he has a place to do his homework and study for his tests and whatnot. And the boys do have to share this fairly small wardrobe together, but then again, they're boys. They probably don't have that many clothes, and I don't really care about it either, so I thought it would make sense. And then over here we have the shared bathroom for the kids, or like the whole bathroom, if you will. So this one has a separate tub and shower, which is actually quite nice, and they have a sink and a toilet and a couple of hampers, obviously. But that is actually it for this apartment. So this blended family apartment is up on the gallery as a room. It comes in at just over 104,000 simoleons, so pretty expensive. And if you want to place it in your game, it goes into 20 Culpeper House. So as always with apartments, I did have to delete a few walls so that I could make the whole thing into a room, if that makes sense. So once you place this apartment in the game, make sure to just go through and add the missing walls. If you have move objects on before you place it, which is definitely something you should do, then you won't have any issue just dragging the walls into place, if that makes sense. And then you also have to actually put back a couple of platforms, because I did make use of platforms to just create pillars, if you will. I think it's only 3 total, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue, but you'll see it once you place it in your game. Just make sure to enable bb.move objects before you place it. But that's actually gonna do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!